Yo, people. What's everyone saying, man? What is everyone saying? Big up to everybody. We're locked in. We're ready. I'm going to do a TBV daily or whatever you want to call it. Basically, just Bayern Munich news. We're going to talk about Bayern. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this. I've been lacking on the video. So what we're going to do for anybody that watches this live or after, is we're going to do, I'm going to just cut these up and put them out as videos because I know not everybody watches every single stream and they might want to just watch a particular video. So I'll do all of the editing process and all of that. No one needs to worry about that. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about Sacha Boey. We're going to be talking about Gnabry. We'll be talking about Bisseck, apparently Bayern Munich won him, talking about the Upa Deal, and then various other things as well. And like I said, I'll just chop them up, make them videos, because again, not everybody watches every single thing. So, but yeah, big up to everybody, and let's get into this. So, first thing I want to talk about is Bisseck. Now, from what's being said, Bayern Munich are looking at this guy, and I think he's good. I'm not going to lie. I think he's a good player. I do. I just think, I don't know. Let's read it. I'm talking too much. Let's read it. So this is what's basically being said. So Bayern Munich are keeping an eye on Inter and Germany centre-back Bisseck. Obviously plays for Inter Milan. 25 years old. Though there has been no direct contact with the player so far, Bayern is still exploring the centre-back market and discussing names internally after Upamecano's decision to renew. Bisseck, in addition to Luka Vizhikov, I believe they say, is considered a option. Again, he's good. I would take him. I think he's a good player. And I would take him at the club. He's a German international as well, so he'll be playing with Tar, Gnabry, he'll be playing with Musiala, Kimmich, so on. So he'll be familiar of the lads anyway. And I would take him. I think he's a good player. Personally, I think Luka Vizhikov, or however you say his name, personally, I think he should be the main target because of what he's doing. But because of what he's doing at the club that he's at, he's then gonna stand out. So, he's a Tottenham player. So Tottenham are going to want him. Premier League clubs will be looking at him because of what he's doing. Bundesliga clubs will be looking at him because of what he's doing. And then you go from that to then world clubs. So you go from Man Cities to Serie A clubs to PSG. Like that's how that normally works. So, but yeah, on Bisseck, I would take him. I think he's a good player. And for me personally, the way I see it is, bring in a player like that, like I obviously have already said, that he's a German international. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you bring him in? Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I've watched every single game of him. I've watched him when he went against us. I've watched, I think, 1 or 2 Inter games. That's not against Bayern Munich, but I've mainly seen him for Germany. So yeah, 25 years old. And I don't really know what they'd be looking for him. From what this website saying, transfermarket.co.uk, again, take it with a pinch of salt, they're basically estimating his value at 35 million euros. So I don't know. I don't know how much he would, cost. This season, he's got 12 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 yellow cards in the Serie A. He's played 6 in the Champions League for Inter as well. He could play as both centre backs, left and right sided. I have seen him also play at right back at times, but I don't know if that's just just whatever. And yeah, he has played in the I don't know if were they in the Bundesliga at that point. I'm not sure. In 2019, he played for Cologne. So he come through the Cologne ranks. He was in their under 19s. Then he went to the main team. Then he went to Houston Khalil, and then from there just kept on moving teams. Went to Portugal and so on and so forth, and then eventually got the move to Inter in 2023, age 22, for 7 million. That's crazy. And yeah, since then he's obviously been at Inter, so I would take him. I really, really would. I don't know if we will go in for him. I don't know if we will get him. But I don't think it's never a bad thing to have options. You know what I mean? And at this club, what we've got, Upamecano, he's going to be staying. Jonathan Tah, I really have enjoyed watching him and having him at the club. The only thing I will say on Jonathan Tah is the fact that he is obviously going to get older. You know what I mean? And he's not quick anyway. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's that. He's 29 years old as it is. So eventually he's probably going to take, you know, probably 2 more seasons, I think, of him being at the top. And then I think eventually he'll be, you know, not a side piece, but you get my point. You know what I mean? And then bringing in the young guys is very important. So again, I would take it. And just to reiterate what it's saying, it's basically just saying the Bayern Munich are eyeing and keeping an eye on Inter and Germany centre-back Bisseck, who's 25 years old, you know, playing in the Serie A and playing for the German national team and so on. And there's no contact so far, but they're exploring the market, because I think what's going to happen is Min Jae is going to leave. I think that's the main thing. You know, I know that obviously the Upamecano saga and so on is a saga. And it's the most important thing, and it's what people are talking about. It's what the news articles and so on are talking about, so on and so forth when it comes to Bayern. But when you actually deep it, I actually think Min Jae is the guy that will leave. I like him. I don't think he's had the best time at Bayern. Maybe unfairly rated. You know, by myself as well. I'm first to put my hands up, you know, and say that I was also wrong. So, yeah, I just don't feel like Min Jae fits our team. I think he's best for the Serie A, in my opinion, like a defensive league. So, big up Yusuf, bro. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, I would take Bisseck. Honestly, I would take him. I think he's a good player. Again, I know I've said it a couple of times, but the fact that he is German and having international, you know, as an international, he's gonna, you know, get along with these lads and so on and so forth. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I would take Bisseck 100%. I would take him. We're looking at him. There's no contact as of now, but like scouting wise, that's what they're looking at. So yeah, let me know what you think. Smash the likes if you haven't already. And yeah, right, let's get into the next one. So I'm going to be cutting these up as videos in case you guys are a bit confused on what's going on. We don't need to talk about that right now. Do we need to talk about Arsenal? No, but Arsenal. What is that though? What does that actually say? Let me read it. Arsenal submitted an offer to Leon Goretzka on deadline day, but the player said no and had no interest in. He wants to finish his season with Bayern, then take his next step this summer. The Premier League is Goretzka's preferred destination. Okay, cool. Don't really think too much on it, to be honest with you. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's go. So Galatasaray confirmed the details of the Sacha Boey transfer. So Sacha Boey is he's gone. He's basically gone from Bayern. I don't see him coming back personally, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Boey to Galatasaray is a done deal. Loan until the end of the season. Option to buy, but it's not mandatory. So yeah, that's normally what an option to buy means. Galatasaray loan fee 500,000 euros. Galatasaray will cover the rest of the season's wages as well, a salary. And as you can see here, obviously it's in their language, but they're basically just saying the same thing. So again, official Sacha Boey has joined Galatasaray on loan until the end of the season. Personally, I knew that they were going to get rid of him. I knew that they were going to push him out, but I think it's a bit silly to do it now where you can't bring anybody else in. But maybe they feel like we have enough. And if that's the case, then that's the case. You know, we do have some players, so yeah, it is what it is. But Max Erbels actually spoke on it, and he said Sacha knows Galatasaray from before he moved to Bayern Munich, and he won't need long to settle back into that familiar environment. He can get the playing time at the highest level in the Champions League playoffs against Juventus and in the Super League title race, which will be very good for his development. He's not coming back. He might actually come back, but he ain't coming back and playing for Bayern Munich. I just don't see it. I don't see it. He's never really had an out-and-out perfect performance for Bayern Munich. And yeah, I don't see anything in in him coming back. He's a good player. He's just not like we were trying to. Juventus wanted him. So and we turned that down in the summer. So we were looking to part ways anyway. Which is sad because he is actually like an okay player, but okay at this level doesn't do what it should do. So 25 years old, Sacha Boey. I don't really think we get too much for him. Again, 500k loan. It doesn't say anything about the option to buy in there, did it? So I don't really know where to sit on that. If I'm being real, I don't really know where to sit on that. I'm going to go on a different tab and just scroll down a minute just to see if there is another thing that's being said. But the option to buy isn't mandatory. So from that, I'm getting the fact that, like, what is the option to buy? I don't see it on here being said at all. Here it is. So the option to buy for Sacha Boey is said to be around 15 million euros. The loan fee is expected to be approximately 500,000. So 500,000 loan fee and then 15 million. So that's not bad. I'm happy with that, to be honest with you. For a player that we bought from them to then go and get, I don't think that's bad, to be honest with you. I really, really don't. So I wish him nothing but the best. No, I'm not one of those guys that's going to say, I hope you get injured or anything like that. No, definitely not. But he just didn't work for Bayern. And again, he might come back being a Bayern player if they don't pick him up. But I think he probably will. They already know him. Like that's where we bought him from. You know what I mean? He was their player. You know what I mean? And it didn't work out. So it is what it is. But the option to buy for them is 15 million. I'll take that all day, every day. It'll probably be the loan fee is expected to be 500k. Does that mean that that's the loan for this season to take the player from us, or is that because sometimes they do that, where then Bayern will actually only get 14.5 million. I don't know why they do it like that, but sometimes they do it like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But again, Galatasaray cover their salary for the rest of the season. Medical's done and all of that. Option to buy is not mandatory. Loan deal until the end of the season is done, basically done. So big up to him fully, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, footballers come in, they do amazing. Some footballers don't. So, but he's saying it. Bayern and Galatasaray have reached an agreement over there, including the option to buy. Agreement. Okay, it's just saying the same stuff. Concrete advanced negotiations between Bayern and Galatasaray were ongoing on a loan move. Can't speak. For Sacha Boey, still no total agreement. By the way, I'm reading along the things that were behind. The Frenchman has been given professional to leave. So he was given permission to leave a couple of weeks ago. So I feel like the only reason he didn't go and he's gone this late is because he was ill. He had like some virus or something. So that's what I see in it. Big up Belgium. But on that, personally, big up to Sacha Boey. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he goes there and absolutely smashes it for them, and I hope they beat Juventus and so on and so forth. I really, really do wish him the best. It's just we're not going to get him, and we're looking at Reed, aren't we? We're looking at that young player. I think he's Dutch. I think he's going to be out of the Bayern summer plans, and that's why we're doing what we've done. So let me know what you guys think on this one. I think personally, I'm okay with the news. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what else is there really to say? If you deep it, I don't really see too much on it. But let's see what happens with the summer. That's for the summer. You know what I mean? There's no point going too much on the summer. So let me know what you think. Smash the like, hit the subscribe button. Right. Let's go on to the next piece. So next piece of news. Okay, so next piece of news is Serge Gnabry. So let's scroll down. Because I was doing that one backwards, and I don't want to do it backwards. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. Right. Serge Gnabry renews his his contract at Bayern Munich until 2028. Bayern Munich 20 hours ago put this post out with the number 777. Obviously, if you don't know, that's a fruit machine, a jackpot machine, and it's just a picture of Serge looking at the number 7 shirt. Then we scroll up, we actually see the shirt. So you've got, all of the sevens that we've had in the past. Scroll, obviously Ribery, so on, and 2028. I don't mind it. I don't know if there's a salary, like they've taken some salary away or whatever. I'm not really too sure. But overall, I'm happy with this, because we keep the player. He's a good player. He can put in good performances, and I think eventually he will leave. But for now, why not have him as a player? Why not? So it says here, official, Serge Gnabry has extended his contract at FC Bayern Munich until 2028. That's what's being said. Then there's like a little video of him walking through that thing. You know what it is, just the pictures and all that stuff. Then Serge Gnabry then went on to say, I'm excited to play for Bayern Munich for more years. Talks were always positive. When I started at Bayern, I never would have thought that I would be here for 10 years. By the end of this contract, my goals are to keep going. We are a real unit and can achieve something big. The reasons to renew my contract are the team, the coaches, the whole club, the fans, the city, and the environment. I feel very much at home at Bayern. So I don't think it's a bad move. You know what I mean? We just need to keep having, good performances and so on and so forth. He's already got 6 goals this season in the league for 3 assists. I don't think it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? I really, really don't think it's a bad thing. Again, we're in 2026 now, so it's only a 2-year move. That would make him probably until he's 32. Then maybe he goes somewhere else, and that would be that. But yeah, he's staying. He's had obviously the best time at Bayern, and I'm happy. Honestly, I'm happy that we're keeping him. He's got got 1 goal, 2 assists in Champions League for us as well. So yeah, he's a valuable player. I really, really see him as a valuable player. Play left wing, play right wing, second striker. Obviously, we've been playing him at the 10 as well. So I'm happy with it. To be honest, I'm happy with it. Right, let's scroll up. Some stupid advert. Then we get Max Herbal saying Serge Gnabry has grown at Bayern and is one of the absolute pillars of this team. He's hugely important, both on and off, both on the pitch and in the changing room. He's won it all with this club and still wants more. That makes him a role model, and he represents Bayern. Then Christopher Fruland went on to say, everybody can see how much Serge Gnabry enriches our game. He's versatile in the attack, quick, skilled on the ball, and in finishing. We're delighted he'll continue to play for Bayern, as he also has an important role in our team with his demeanour and his character. And yeah, that's one thing. It does seem like, I know this might sound a little bit cringe, but it does seem like we're building something. It's a unit, a family. You know what I mean? Like with this team, I do understand. Personally as a fan, I still would love to bring more players in. In January, obviously the window's closed now. In the January window just gone, I would have loved to bring just a couple players in. Lookman would have been really good to reinforce us and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, I feel like the way that they see it is, they don't want unrest in this team, and they want this team to fight for this team. Does that make sense? So I'm a bit like, I don't really know where to or what to think about it. But yeah, cool. I'm happy for him. You can their picture. I'm guessing that's his family. Some pictures, and then on his Instagram, he basically just put, it's always been an honor to play for FC Bayern, continuing the journey for some more years. It's a proud moment for me and my family. Thank you for all of the support over the years. And then there is a video, but it's just saying, he's just announcing that he's extended his contract. Nothing really else needs to be said. So yeah, I'm happy that he's staying. And like I said, just some good performances on the pitch is all we really, really need. That's all we need, as long as he goes and does what he needs to do, then we're going to be fine, because having Serge Gnabry eventually as a backup player, if we go and get a winger in, isn't going to be a bad option. You know what I mean? So because it looks like they're going to go and get a young winger in anyway. So what we've got, Lucho in as the main winger on the left hand side. We've got Michael Olise on the right hand side. Harry Kane is the striker. So Michael Olise, Harry Kane, and Lucho. Then you've got Serge Gnabry, who can play either left and right and the 10. And then it looks like they're going to bring in a winger. Who that's going to be, I'm not too sure. There's a couple like Said. I can't remember the rest of his name. But there are a couple that they're looking at. But for me, I personally would like 2 wingers. I don't think they'll do that because Serge is there. But personally, I would like 2 wingers. Bring 2 wingers in. It would probably be the best bet for me personally. But overall, obviously, you've got 22 that can play there as well. So what we say, 42, Leonard. So he's the backup basically for Olise. And then what we get one more player in to be the backup for Diaz, and then Serge just plays where he needs to play. I don't think it's terrible. I just personally would have liked Lookman. I think Lookman would have been very important, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think on Serge staying. Again, you know, he's getting old in age. He's 30 years old. But overall, I don't think it's a bad thing to keep him. You know what I mean? Because we weren't going to sell him for a massive amount anyways. Probably around 20 million euros. So what we could probably get 30 at a push. Because I don't see him going to Saudi. So yeah, man. I'm happy. I'm not gonna, shit on it. And we know that there's a player in there as well. Remember what he did in that sextuple season. You know what I mean? He was absolutely vital in that team. So yeah, Serge Gnabry stays. And there we go. So yeah, big up to everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Smash like, subscribe button. Right, let's go into the next one. What is the next one? Okay, we've read that. Stupid advert. Little videos set to be renewed. What's this? So Sacha Boey. What's this? So FC Bayern and Leverkusen are in talks with the PSG youth defender. Interesting. Okay, he's a youth player, so it doesn't really matter. As of right now, what's this? Nope, we don't need to worry about that. No, still the Sacha Boey stuff. What's this? Luis Diaz receiving his Goal of the Year award. He said, I found a very good team, a family, with a very good coach. It's easy to feel comfortable here. I want to win everything with this team, all the tournaments, all the competitions. We work hard and show that we are ready for that. We should just keep going with the same attitude. From a personal perspective, I want to contribute and help the team with many more goals and assists, which I'm all for because he's already got bloody loads as it is. He's already in the double digits. So, right, there's a training. We've got the referee for Hoffenheim game. What's this? Most assists in Europe's top 5 leagues this season. Bayern winning duo, Olise and Diaz, and the top 3. So what we got? So we got what? Oh, wow. The only one in front of them is Bruno. And then obviously you got Lamine, DeMarco, Cherky, levels, bro. Levels. There's levels to this game. What's this? Michael Olise and Diaz are nominated for the Bundesliga player of the month. I don't think they'll get it though. I think this lad will get it. I really do. I think he will get it personally. With Hurricane ill, Bayern full squad available. Wait, Harry Kane is ill. Fudge. Stanisic is training normally with the team. No injuries suffered after yesterday's training incident. Good. Konrad Leimer is back with the team today. Harry Kane is still out with illness. So who will we probably have to play Jackson up front, won't we? Probably have to play with Jackson up front. Right, this is the next thing I want to do. And it's an interview that Jonathan Tarr did. So Let's go. Jonathan Tah. Right. Jonathan Tah has done an interview with Sky Sports Germany, and I want to see what he's got to say. I'm going to react to it for you guys. So let me know what you think. Make sure to smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get into this. So first thing, he was asked about Upamecano staying at Bayern. He said, it felt like I told him 100 times a day to extend his contract. If he has now agreed, then I am very happy about it because he is extremely important for us. Then it went on. Will you try to convince Mamono to return to the national team after the injury of Stegen? He said, I haven't spoke to him yet. Ultimately, it's the decision of the coach and Manu himself. Nevertheless, we have a goalkeeper in Oliver Buchmann who we can rely on how it turns out in the end, and who is ultimately called up is something I have a little to do with. So yeah, he's obviously talking about that. Then he spoke about the World Cup. He said, this would be my first World Cup. That's why it means so much to me. As a kid, you dream of being at the World Cup, of being able to play against all of these teams, and of soaking up the atmosphere. It's something very special. That's why I'm extremely looking forward to being there for Germany and being successful. So yeah, man, let's see what they can do. I'm not really too sure if they're going to be doing anything, to be honest with you. Is a bit we don't know what's going on with that, you know what I mean? Then Tar on Sunday's game against Hoffenheim, he said they run a lot, they play an intense game with many sprints. Something's just come through on Jonathan Tar as well. Many sprints and runs in behind. They have a very clear idea of what they want to do. It won't be an easy game, but our aim is to come away with the 3 points. What's this saying? Tar on whether winning the treble is a topic of conversation in the dressing room. He said being successful and winning titles is always a topic. It's always present in every training session, in every small tournament we play in training. Everybody wants to win. Therefore, it's also true that we want to compete for the big titles and be successful, but we don't talk about it. Rather, we know that we can beat any opponent and we try to be successful. Yeah, that's fair. In the end, it doesn't even... Sorry. We'll see if we win those titles. I believe that everything is possible for us this season. So that is what he has said. Big up, Tay. How are you, my G? So yeah, that's what Jonathan Tah has said. Okay, and then that's going on to talk about thingy. So is there anything else? Is that literally the interview? Bro, give him like 2 minutes. No, there we go. I knew there was something more. It's like it made no sense to not have anything more. Tar on interaction with Upamecano, Kim, and the other defenders. He said this group we have is special. Everybody brings something to the table in their own way. That's important because everybody can learn something from each other. We all want to improve. We all want to grow, and then we have a coach who has played in the position as well. So yes, it feels really, really good. Yeah, I see that. Not bad, fam. What you saying? No, man, just chilling, bro. Just chilling, making some content, bro. I'm gonna chop these up into videos. So I thought, why not stream, innit? Why not stream? So yeah. Tar on Vincent Company said there are drills where he joins in or he briefly demonstrates something. Not for very long though. He makes a lot of corrections, and that makes you realize the details he pays attention to. These details can be tiny, but if you change them, the risk of conceding the goal is much lower. Just because you've adjust their position, that's really impressive. Yeah, Company's going to be... He's always going to help them, isn't he? Because he was a good defender. On what he has learned so far from Company, he said many details, but also how important it is to communicate on the pitch. That's what he expects from me. But he emphasizes again and again how much you can compensate for with that when the team is compact, when we have to defend deep, when the right time is to press high, the kind of communication he teaches us makes a huge difference on the pitch. Process United back, ha 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 ha. Taylor, you're moving mad, bruv. Big up there. Then Tar on his leadership qualities, he said, I always say leadership is leading by example. It means I have to make sure I perform my duties properly on the pitch. Then it starts with helping my partners in the central defence, coaching them. After that, it continues with the fullbacks and finally through the whole team. It's not always about shouting and complaining. Yeah, Bruno. Joking. It's always about something constructive. That can sometimes be constructive criticism, but it's always about making us better on the pitch in that moment. Basically, what he's saying is, if I moan at you, I want you to do better. And then he goes on to say, and not about criticizing someone for their mistakes. Yeah, unless of course they have been asleep for the last 3 plays, and then he laughs, then you have to give them a little shake up. Basically, he's just saying, like, if they're shit, he's going to say something about it. So yeah, there's that. Then he spoke. He actually spoke on this young centre back. He said, I think he's really good for his age. We've had contact from time to time. He should keep going this way, keep working on himself, keep pushing. I like the energy he brings onto the pitch, his confidence. That's something I pay close attention to. Interesting. Okay. Then he spoke about Nico Schlotterbeck's recent statement that BVB Dortmund should aim for the title. He said, I think it's great when there are teams in the league that try to be successful. We will continue on our path. We know where we want to go, where we want to finish. Nevertheless, it's nice to see that there are teams that have the ambition. Yeah, basically what he's saying is, it shouldn't be a landslide, which I agree with. You know what I mean? Yeah, the young centre back Vidovic, or however you say his name, is a Spurs player. Yeah. Tar on the upcoming Dortmund versus Bayern game later this month. He said, I'm very much looking forward to it. Playing away in Dortmund is something special. It's my first time playing there with Bayern, so I'm really looking forward to the game. It will be intense, but it will be good. Then he was talking about the vulnerabilities of the defense in recent weeks. He said we have conceded a few more goals from open play. Before half of those goals were conceded came from set pieces. That's still the case, and we need to work on that. But it doesn't feel like we're going through a rough patch. The other teams are adapting to trying to do different things against us because because they have had enough time to see what Vincent Kompany wants. So yeah, and then he goes on to say we need to adapt to that as well, which I agree with. Like, we've looked shit in the last couple of games. Now, if we would have converted our chances, which is easy to say, we wouldn't be talking right now about this. But in general, I get what you're saying. Then he spoke about the game on Sunday against Hoffenheim. Okay, yeah, no, I read that, didn't I? I read that. They run a lot. They play an intense game. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, in that case, I read that one. Let's just put show more because for some reason it doesn't do it. There we go. Then he was asked a question on who is your funniest teammate now that Thomas Muller has left. He said Fonzie is a really funny guy, but Lucho is also funny. And he said Lucho is a crazy guy. There we go. Then he's, of course, he was asked this question. What is Michael Elise like in the dressing room? He said, to be honest, he's different than he is with the press, and he laughed. He said he's open. He doesn't sit alone in the corner and not talk. You could imagine, couldn't you? If you actually think of Elise from what we see in the media and you just see him in the corners, being like looking around. But yeah, so yeah, he's basically he's one of the boys. He says on that contrary, he's really very communicative and puts on music. It's not how it sometimes seems from the outside. Maybe he's more reserved in front of the camera, which is perfectly fine, but he's definitely more open with us. Yeah, he's one of the boys. He's one of the lads. That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. That is a horrible picture though of them celebrating. Yeah, we read that one, but show more just so we can see again. Show more. Right, and then okay, so there we go. There we go. So let me know what you guys think on what Jonathan Tah has had to say. I think it's very important to have a character like him in the team. I'm super happy that we got him, and yeah, overall, I think he has been really, really good for us. He's definitely one of the captains because he has that leadership quality in him. Obviously, he's not going to be the captain, but he is definitely one of the captains of the team, one of the leaders of the team, if you want to say, and leading from the defense going forward. So yeah, man, I think any player could learn from him. So I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm really happy. So how good near pin after his injury is. Yeah. No, fully. So yeah, let me know what you guys think on what Tah has had to say. Make sure you smash the like, hit the subscribe button, and yeah. Right now, I just want to talk about the Upamecano stuff, and then I'm going to end the stream and we'll get out of here. So now I need to find this Upamecano stuff here. Okay, here it is. Okay, that's going on about the bloody. What's this? Bayern in talks with both sides. Okay. Where is? Right, let me take this off the screen a minute because I need to find. Yeah, Neuer's an interesting one, isn't it? Neuer's an interesting character. Overall, right? We like that. I want to find this stuff about what's it? Upa. Where is it? Okay, it's like that one. That one. Right. Okay. Right. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. Upamecano. So it says breaking news on there, but this was on the 2nd of February. So I'm a little bit behind on this one whenever this video goes out. But big up to everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Right now, I'm currently streaming and I'm streaming, basically just streaming and talking about various things about Bayern, which you'll be able to find on the channel. But I'm cutting it up and putting it into videos because not everybody watches the streams. So big up to everybody. And this is going to be the Upamecano video. So I've been staying away from any news to do with Upamecano, to be honest with you, because it's just the same thing. You know, he wants to stay, he wants to go, so on and so forth. But this one is more breaking, if you want to say. So again, this come out on the 2nd of February, but at that time it said breaking. Upamecano has approved a new deal at FC Bayern Munich. He's set to sign a new contract until 2030. So that's what that said. Then it come out here saying that he's expected to sign a new deal at FC Bayern. An agreement has been reached. That's what it's been saying. That's on this 2nd. And then it's saying here several clubs, including PSG, were willing to make an offer for Upamecano, but the Frenchman always prioritized the Bayern Munich project, which obviously I'm with. Because obviously I want to keep Upamecano. I think he's very, very vital to our team. So yeah, and then we get this. So again, the January transfer window in Germany is now officially closed. And then out of nowhere, we get this thing here saying FC Bayern Munich withdrew their offer for Upamecano in writing today. Again, remember that I'm late to this, but yeah, let's continue. The club expected a final decision today, and for them, the offer was no longer on the table. Upamecano himself later went to the club and said that he wanted to extend. It was a power struggle between Upamecano's agent and Bayern, with the player caught up in the middle. Nevertheless, Bayern Munich will now allow Upamecano to sign a new deal. Is expected to happen this week. So if there is a power struggle between his agent and the club, then he needs a new agent. The only thing I will say, because I don't like when people use agents as excuses, is at the end of the day, no matter what anyone wants to say, if I have a house and my house is dirty and it needs cleaning and I don't want to do it and I have the money, I go and get a cleaner. If the cleaner doesn't do it properly, you sack that cleaner. So I don't want to hear, oh, it's his agent. It's his agent. It's his agent. No, motherfucker, respectfully, his agent is employed by him. If he's not doing a good job, you get rid of that agent. Upamecano is a multi-millionaire. He's a smart person. At the end of the day, if he wanted to stay, he could have stayed a long time ago. So I ain't listening to this, oh, there's a power struggle, blah, 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 all that crap. Because that literally is what it is. It's crap. Then Bild basically says that they also confirmed that Bayern Munich withdrew the offer after the deadline. But yeah, Upamecano basically went to him himself, which again, I don't get. You know what I mean? Like, Upamecano then approached the club's bosses himself and told them that he wanted to extend. But why do you have to do that? He goes to training, a couple times a week. It's some horseshit. It's what it is, straight up. It's some horseshit because it's dumb. It makes no sense. But whatever, it is what it is. I don't care. Even on the last day of the deadline day, the club set for Upamecano, the players' representatives presented new conditions, which angered the club's bosses. Ultimately, it was Upamecano himself who took the responsibility and gave his yes to the club. Upamecano had stayed out of the negotiations for weeks, but then became involved at the critical moment. This was highly appreciated at the Spanish, which is obviously the training ground. I can never say it properly, and confirmed the impression that he's happy in Munich and his priority has always been to stay. Again, like, I'm not listening to, like, I want to keep him. You know what I mean? I want to keep him. We're going to keep him, but I wanted to keep him the whole time. I'm a massive fan of Upamecano. You know, I've got the video of me going, I love you, Upa, and all of that shit, which is a joke. You know, it's supposed to be funny, but I actually do like Upamecano, and I think he's a good player. But again, goes to the Mike Tyson clip. Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract. Like, at the end of the day, you employ this guy. You know what I mean? If this guy's going into, I'm not saying that the agent and whatever isn't a prick, because agents in football are pricks. They want signing fees. They want money themselves. But at the end of the day, this is why Joshua Kimmich doesn't have one, I'm sure. I'm really sure. So, yeah, it is what it is, but whatever. While his estimated new salary of approximately 20 million gross remains unchanged, Upamecano's agent suffered a defeat in the negotiations. They were demanding a 20 million signing fee in one installment, but now they had to settle for only slightly more than 16 million, which will be spread over the duration of the new contract in several installments. So if he stays until 2030, then 16 million, I can't do quick maths, you know, I ain't Big Shaq. What's 16 million divided by 4? So that'll be 4 million a season. And obviously, if he doesn't stay, then that just gets wiped off. But yeah, again, I want to keep Upamecano. I think Upamecano is a good player. Hopefully, we get some news. As of right now, he still hasn't signed a contract. It'll be typical that I won't post this video and then he signed one, so then this video will come void. So we're going to have to put this video out soon. But big up to everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think on this news. Again, it's annoying. It's annoying. There's no need for it. You know, it's stupid. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care that much in that sense. You know, at the end of the day, he's a 27-year-old player. He's good. The only thing I don't like, and one detail that I want to see, is the fact of what his release clause will be, because he definitely is going to have one, which I don't like at all. I don't like release clauses because it literally just destroys the you know, doesn't destroy the club, but it destroys the fact of, you know, us, you know, having control. But hey, that in itself is what it is. So yeah, we'll get that news and we'll cover that news when it comes to it. But as of right now, there is no news on that right now. So we'll see. Obviously, I know that PSG were looking at him. I know that Real Madrid were looking at him, and I'm sure other clubs were, looking as well. But at the end of the day, it seems like he's going to stay. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy. And you guys know my opinion on Upa. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Smash the like, hit the subscribe button. Peace. Right, there we go, guys. 45 minutes in the bag. Hopefully everyone's doing good. I don't know what this stuff is going on right now. I was getting notifications while I was doing this thing. Is this the press conference? Oh no, this isn't. So is this, what is this? Is this like another part of the interview that Jonathan Tah did? Oh no, this is a totally different interview. This is with ESPN. Oh, okay. Because eventually we're going to have to do the press conference, but that'll be tomorrow, won't it? But yeah, big up to everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Again, smash the likes if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. I am going to end the stream now. Yeah, we'll stream probably. I'm going to get one of these videos out for definite today, but we'll stream later, probably tonight at some point, depending if I fall asleep, to do FIFA, because I want to play it. And obviously it's Friday, so there'll be a new not new promo, but the new team will be out. Obviously Leonard Carr will be out, 42, and hopefully there'll be some cool evos. But yeah, big up to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.